Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Worldwide Economic Migrants, where I share with you issues that affect economic migrants. I share with you on my life experiences and the experiences of others. On this channel, our motto is Chitra chiri murutsoka. Chitra chiri murutsoka. We move for a better future. We move for a better future. So we move from one country to another, seeking for greener pastures. And today I want to share with you something. Let me begin by saying, in life we need to build capacity. Whatever you are doing, you need to continue developing your skills. Continue acquiring education in regard to your area of purpose. So, I remember we were in Lesotho when one of our friends told me that he saw the program I wanted to do for masters with a certain university in South Africa. So when we arrived in Eswatini in 2012, I decided that I was to register with that university for my Master of Laws in Human Rights Laws. So I remember when I started it, we had 2 children. The other one was young. Yeah, she was young that time, very young. And during those days, we used to go to Piet Retief for payment of fees. And then, yeah, that was it. And it happened that when I was doing my master's, I faced many challenges. Generally, adult education has its own challenges. It's not easy because there will be more responsibilities, unlike when you are still young. And you know, when you are an adult, like in my case, I was a mother, I was a wife, there was a lot of responsibilities, but I had to do it because of enhancing myself. So it happened that as I was doing that, I got sick. I nearly died, and I did not die because it was not yet my time to go. So I remember my husband had to talk with the university so that they could allow me to write the assignments when I would be okay, which they agreed to. So when I was better, I then had to write those assignments and submit them. And in life, for me, what I believe is whatever I have started, I should finish it. I don't want to start things and then I abandon that maybe halfway. I don't like that personally. So whatever I have started, I should finish it. So even though I was very sick, I had that determination that I am going to finish that master's, come what. That's what made me to pull through. Otherwise, it was very challenging. I remember there was a day I was to go for an exam. In fact, I wrote those exams just by faith, just having that positive mind of saying I'm going to write and I'm going to pass. So I remember this other day, I wake up, yeah, I was sick, very sick. Yeah, it was too much. Then I was supposed to go for an exam. We would drive for us to go to the examination venue. And we had another child by that time. The children were now 3. So there was this other young one again. So we had to leave that at our friend's place. And I remember when my husband was driving me to the venue, he looked at me, and he was saying that, this person is saying she is going to write examinations, but this person is very, very ill. And he said, are you sure that you are going to write this examination? I said, yes, I'm going to do it. He looked at me again and said, are you sure? I said, yes, just take me to the venue. So, you know that Simba campus, which is close to University of Eswatini, that's where I was writing my examinations. That was the venue. So what happened was, when I reached there, my exam, I can't remember whether it was starting at 8:30. I can't remember well. But what I know is, when I reached at the venue, the door was closed. So I had to sit outside on the benches which are outside. So at that moment, I just fell into a deep sleep. And it took, I think, maybe 3-4 minutes. When I was just in that deep sleep, a deep sleep where you don't know where you are. I don't know how it happened. And then I wake up. And then I walked into the venue. Surprisingly, as I entered the venue, I felt that I am a new Gracious, a rejuvenated Gracious. There was no pain. My body was like a new body. The brains new, everything new. It was a wonder to me. The way it happened, I was amazed. And then I started writing my exam. It was fine. I wrote it well. It was fine. And I passed very well. Those exams I wrote those days when I was very, very ill, I passed them so well. I said, oh God, thank you. So in life, we should never give up. No matter we are tossed to and fro, whether it's sickness, whether it's challenges, and you think, now this is my end. Just look up to God. That inner strength you have, use it. Continue believing in yourself. Myself, I am someone who believes in inner motivation, inner strength, because there are times that maybe those ones who are close to you may be also weary, looking at your situation. But you, when you have that inner motivation, inner strength, it can make you keep going. That's what I was using, that inner strength, that inner motivation, believing that what I have started, I will finish it. That's what I did. That's how I wrote those examinations and passed. Come the dissertation time, I told you the children at that moment were 3. And with children, it's like they don't want to see you on the computer. It's like you have taken your attention to that computer. They need attention. So when I had that second one, she did not want to see me on computer. This one did not want to see me on computer. But we have to make it happen. You have to do that work, that school work, because you have that determination. You have set goals that I want to build my capacity. Education is very powerful. We need knowledge, and we will learn and learn and learn. That is life. So I remember there was this night. The baby was crying. She did not want to sleep. And I was supposed to finish this dissertation. I was doing the finishings, And the baby was crying. had to put the baby on the back. There was no one to help me with the baby. I know this life, when we are in these foreign countries, it's you, your husband, and your children. So what then happened was, I had to put the child on the back and then start typing while it's standing. And then also I was trying to make the baby, settle, make the baby stop crying. So you will be doing, nyarara nana, trying to sing, and you are thinking what you have to write, and you are typing. So you are standing, you are doing this so that you can calm the baby. You are singing, you are thinking, you are typing at the same time. And the baby could not sleep that night. So I had to carry the baby. I had to do that. It was from 9 p.m. Yes. Until I think it was around 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Or I can't remember, but I think it was 3 a.m. I know that it was a long night for me that night. Yeah, so it was challenging, but yeah, it was doable. You just have to be strong. You just have to have that inner motivation, inner strength. It can make you pull through, and that faith that I can do it. I can do it, I can do it. And then you find yourself doing it amidst all those challenges. That's how I did it. It was not easy because during those years when I was doing that master's, I was a mother, I was a student, yes, I was the guardian woman, I was the house helper. So, did I say I was a wife? So, I was someone who were doing many things. And because we were relying on that one salary. Personally, I told myself that with this one salary, we are going to make it. God give us wisdom on how to make it, how to use it wisely so that we can do many things with this. That's why when I was celebrating my 40 years, I said, little is much when God is in it. I remember also saying $1, 5 pounds is much. 5 emalangen, 5 rands is a lot. I got to understand this when we were passing through that phase, because a lot was to be done. Children were going to school. We needed to pay the fees I was telling you. And at that moment, it was not only me who was studying. My husband was also studying also. So we were studying. The children were going to school. And, life. So at that moment, we could see that at the moment, we cannot afford having a garden helper, having a house helper. We should just make things happen, and it was just a sacrifice. In life, there is a time of sacrifice. Ask those big people, those people whom we get inspiration from. They will tell you their journeys, that there was a time where they had to sacrifice. You sacrifice something for you to attain a better future. So that's what we did at that moment. So, but it worked. But yeah, we had those challenges, but it worked. So I remember when I finished my first degree, I was in Lesotho when we were to graduate, and because of financial challenges, I did not go for graduation. So this time, when it was time for graduation, and we were doing it in the night for the masters, I had to say to my husband, this time I'm going. I have to celebrate this. With all what I faced, I should go for this one. So I had said to myself that even if I go alone, I will just be there alone, celebrating myself. So I have learned also in life to celebrate myself. That's why you saw me celebrating myself when I reached 40 years. I don't wait for someone to celebrate me. I just celebrate myself. So even whatever, something small which I do, I celebrate myself. That is me. I have learned that I will need to have such a time. So my husband had to accompany me to Pretoria for the graduation. Indeed, it was good. And you know, when they are keeping you, you know, they whisper into your ears. There is something they say to motivate you, to tell you that, yes, congratulations for this masters, but you need to aim higher. We are waiting for the next phase. So that is life. We continue growing, growing, growing. So they said, we are waiting for you to come back, and this time it will be PhD. And I told you that after I had done my masters, I said, I now want to give myself time for resting. My body needed rest because I finished it just by faith, by perseverance, by that spirit of determination of saying, come what, I'm going to do this and finish. That is me. That inner motivation is very important. I remember also telling you about what I faced when I was doing my O-level and my university. I remember when I was party 2, things were bad. I had nowhere to stay. It was just bad. But I remember telling someone that come what, I am determined that I am going to finish this degree. And you know what? It happened. I finished it. Yeah, that is the spirit we need. We need to be courageous. We need to be courageous. That seeing what you are seeing, you say, I will do it. I'm doing it. And you know what? You are very, very powerful. You just see yourself that, you have accomplished. That is life. So what I want to say to you is that build your capacity. Build your capacity. In life, in this life, we learn. We will never stop learning. So we just have to do that. In that area of yours, continue learning, continue acquiring skills, and our tomorrow will be bright. That is the spirit. That is the spirit. So I want to encourage us to build our capacity, to continue acquiring information, acquiring that knowledge and put it into practice. You know, sometimes we have that knowledge, but that knowledge, we should put it into practice. I have seen some people who say, what's the reason for learning, and then you end up not having a job? Yeah, to me, I say, whatever you have learned, starting from even when you started learning, when you were in preschool, primary, secondary, tertiary education, whatever you have learned in life, it's for your good and for the good of others. Sometimes it's only that. Sometimes you may be thinking, it can only work if I get a job. But you know what? Whatever you have learned, it's for you to use it. You can use it anywhere. You can use it anyway. Apply that knowledge. Apply that knowledge. Yes, that's it. That's what I believe myself. So yeah, thank you. See you next time. Goodbye.